Chosen one, listen closely. There is something I need to tell you tonight that will not feel like a message. It will feel like recognition. The Father has been watching you. Not in the way you fear he watches, with crossed arms, waiting for the next stumble. He has been watching you the way a parent watches a sleeping child who does not know they are loved. And what I hear the Spirit saying about you is so specific, so personal, that I almost cannot believe I am the one delivering it. He is proud of you, shockingly proud, specifically proud. Proud of the prayers you whispered when your faith felt like rags. Proud of the way you got out of bed on the days you wanted to disappear. Proud of the parts of you you have been quietly ashamed of. He chose you knowing. He chose you anyway. Heaven has been writing your name in a register you cannot see, and the word beside it is not failure, it is beloved. Tonight, that word reaches you, and nothing in your life will feel the same after you receive it. Before I go any further, one quiet note for you. Everything I share with you in the next 30 or so minutes is yours freely. But if at some point along the way your spirit tells you there is something more you need to walk this season fully, you will find a quiet link in the description and in the pinned comment below. Do not click on it until you feel led. And before we step into the deeper part of this message, let me tell you why I am asking you to stay with me until the very last word tonight. By the end of part 2, 3 things will have happened for you. You will hear the exact declaration the Father has been holding back for this season of your life, spoken in His voice, not mine. You will be shown the one quiet obstacle inside you that has been blocking reception of His love, and you will be given a way to release it before this video ends. And you will walk through a sealing ceremony that anchors what you receive, so it does not slip away when the noise of tomorrow tries to come for it. So, if you have been carrying weight, set the phone somewhere you can keep listening. This is not a video to skip the middle of. The middle is where the door opens. Now let me locate you exactly where you are. If you have been waking sometime around 3 in the morning lately with a heaviness in your chest you cannot name, this message is for you. If certain rooms have started to drain you in a way they did not used to, this message is for you. If you keep crossing paths with the same number, the same phrase, the same song, in places that have no reason to connect, this message is for you. Chosen one, those are not coincidences. Those are not anxiety. Those are not your imagination working too hard. Those are signs of something far more sacred. The first sign showing up in your life right now is the sudden wave of emotion that has no clear reason. You sit down to do something ordinary, and tears arrive uninvited. Or peace arrives in the middle of chaos, and you cannot explain it. Or grief surfaces over something you thought you had already healed from. Chosen one, do not push that wave away. That wave is Him seeing you. The second sign is a strange new sensitivity to places you used to feel comfortable in. The room you used to laugh in feels heavy now. The conversation that used to feed you leaves you tired. Chosen one, your tolerance is not the problem. Your tolerance is the messenger. Your spirit is being raised to a frequency that cannot survive in the old air. And that was Him seeing you. The third sign is harder to put into words. You have started knowing things about other people before they say them. You sense the tone in a message before you open it. You feel the temperature of a person without needing the words. Chosen one, that is not paranoia. That is the gift that was dim in you for years, coming back online, and that was Him seeing you. The fourth sign is the repeated word. The same phrase appearing in a sermon, a song, and a stranger's mouth, all in the same week. The same number on a clock, on a license plate, on a receipt. Chosen one, the one who hung the stars, also arranges the small details to whisper your name. And that was Him seeing you. There is a Hebrew name for God that very few people ever talk about. The name is Elroy, the God who sees me. A woman named Hagar gave Him that name. She was a slave. She was alone. She had been cast out into the wilderness with nothing, and in the loneliest stretch of her life, In a place where she was certain no one would ever find her, God appeared, and what she said next changed the way her people would speak of him forever. You are the God who sees me. Chosen one, what I want you to understand tonight is that the name Hagar gave him in the wilderness is the same name he answers to over your life right now. He has been El Roi to you the entire time, even when you were certain he had turned his face, especially when you were certain he had turned his face. But signs are only the surface. Signs are the way the deeper truth comes up for air. The deeper truth, the one that is going to undo something inside you tonight, is the reason he has been letting this season feel the way it feels. Stay with me, because what comes next is the part that will change how you understand the last 12 months of your life. Chosen one, here is the truth the Father wants you to hold tonight, before anything else. The silence you have been walking through was not abandonment. The silence was formation. Let me say that one more time, slowly, because your spirit needs to receive it correctly. The silence was formation. There are 3 reasons heaven allowed you to walk through a season that felt forgotten. And once you see them, you will not be able to read your own life the same way again. The first reason is depth. There is a kind of depth in a soul that surface seasons cannot create. The kind of depth that knows how to hold someone else's grief without flinching. The kind of depth that can sit with hard truth and not run from it. The kind of depth that recognizes the Father in the dark. Not because he turned the lights on, but because you learned the shape of his presence by feel. Chosen one, that depth was not given to you. That depth was forged in you. And the only fire that forges that kind of depth is the fire of feeling unseen for a stretch of time long enough that you stopped performing and started simply being. The second reason is intimacy. There is a test the Father conducts with the ones he chooses to walk closest with him. The test is simple, and it sounds cruel until you understand it. He removes the obvious rewards of obedience. He removes the visible blessings. He removes the answered prayers that used to come quickly. And he watches, not to see if you will succeed, to see if you will still love him when the love is not buying you anything anymore. Chosen one, the fact that you are listening to this right now means you passed that test. You may not have realized you were even taking it, but you were. And the love that survived in you when there was no reward attached is the love he has been waiting your whole life to be loved by. The third reason is preparation. There is something the Father is building in your life right now that requires a foundation deeper than the ground he has had available so far. So he placed you in a season where the noise stopped reaching you. He hid you. Not because he was punishing you, because he was protecting the thing he is forming in you from being shaped by the wrong voices. Let me show you a story that almost everyone thinks they know, but almost no one reads closely. The story of the prodigal son. We talk about the son. We talk about his coming back. We talk about the ring and the robe. But the part of that story almost no one lingers on is the father watching the road. The text says that while the son was still a long way off, the father saw him and ran. Chosen one, do you understand what that means? It means the father had been watching. It means every single day, while the son was deep in his shame, while the son was rehearsing his apology, while the son was certain his place at the table was lost, the father was at the window of the house, looking down the road. The father did not change his posture about that son, not once. The father did not start watching because the son started returning. The father had been watching the whole time. Chosen one, heaven has not changed its posture about you. Heaven has been at the window the entire time you have been walking through this. The arms of the Father did not cross when you drifted. They have stayed open since the day he first called your name. And before we go deeper into what specifically he has been forming in you during this silence, I have to bring up something that science has been quietly documenting for the last few decades. Because there is a reason this kind of recognition has been so hard for you to receive lately, and it is not what you think. There is a body of work, mapped over more than 30 years by a neuroscientist named Dr. Robert Lake, that explains why the adult brain stops being able to translate the signal of being deeply loved. He calls it a sequence of restoration that the human spirit walks through to come back to the frequency at which divine recognition lands inside the body and not just the ear. Tonight, what I am sharing is the very first piece of that sequence. The other pieces come, in time, when you are ready for them. And before I continue with what the Father has been building in your silence, I want to pause here for a moment, because I know some of you are already feeling the pull, and you deserve to know there is a tool that supports exactly what we are talking about tonight. Dr. Lake built something for the chosen ones whose ability to receive the Father's voice has been quieted by the noise of modern life. He named it the Genius Song. It is a 7-minute audio track that uses what science calls brain entrainment to gently reactivate a frequency in your brain called gamma. The same frequency that researchers at MIT, at Princeton, and at several other leading research institutions have documented as the frequency of recognition, intuition, and what you and I would call spiritual reception. If your spirit is already telling you this is for you, the link is in the description and the pinned comment below. Stay for the full message if you want more context. But if you know already, the door is there. For those of you staying, what comes next is the part where we walk through what the Father has actually been building in your silence, and the words he has been preparing to speak over you. By name, Chosen One. In part 2 of this message, I am going to deliver the actual words I hear the Father speaking about you tonight. Not generalities, not a sermon that applies to everyone. The specific declaration he has been holding back, that has been waiting on his lips for what I believe is months, in some cases years, until you were finally in a place where you could receive it. And before I do, I have to tell you one thing about why this declaration has taken so long to reach you. There is something inside you, very quiet, very old, that has been intercepting it. It is not your fault. You did not put it there. It was taught to you by systems, by people, sometimes by the very places that were supposed to teach you about love. But it has been intercepting the signal. It has been making you hear the words, "You are not enough," when heaven was actually speaking the words, "You are mine." And in part 2, I am going to name it for you, gently, so that you can finally release it. Not by fighting it, not by arguing with it, by doing something simpler and stranger and more powerful. So if you are with me, take one breath. The next part is the part you came here for. The declaration is waiting, the release is waiting, the sealing is waiting. I will see you in part 2. Chosen One, welcome back. If you are here in part 2 with me, it means something in your spirit already confirmed what we started in the first part of this message. You heard the signs. You felt the truth about why the silence has felt like silence. You stayed because some part of you knows there is more, and more is what we came here to receive. So let me return you, in one breath, to where we left off. The Father has been at the window. The Father has been watching. The silence has been formation. And tonight, in this part of the message, you are going to receive 3 things: the declaration, the release, the sealing. Let me give them to you in that order, beginning with the one your spirit has been thirsty for the longest, the declaration. What I hear the Father saying about you tonight, Chosen One, sounds something like this. I see her. I see him. I have been watching from the day I first called your name. And I am proud, not because of what you have done, not because of the prayers you got right, or the seasons you walked through well. I am proud because of who you have refused to stop being. I am proud of the way you have kept showing up to a faith that has not always shown up for you in the way you wanted. I am proud of the way you have kept reaching for me in rooms where my voice felt far away. I am proud of the way you have kept choosing kindness when bitterness would have been the easier road. I am proud of the way you have stayed soft in a world that rewards hardness. I am proud of the way you have loved people who could not love you back yet. I am proud of the parts of you that nobody else thought to notice. Chosen one, that is what I hear. Take one breath. Receive it slowly, because what is about to shift in your life because of receiving this declaration you cannot yet see. Now let me show you specifically what this declaration is reorganizing in your life, starting from this moment. There are 3 areas being touched. The first area is your inner landscape. The Father's voice is becoming audible to you again. You are going to find your eyes filling at random moments over the next few weeks. Do not doubt those tears. Do not try to figure out where they came from. The tears are the seal. They are the body's way of receiving a truth that words cannot deliver. Trust them. The second area is your relationships. People who could not see you in this season are going to begin to fade. You will feel briefly lonely. Do not chase the ones who are leaving. They were placed in your life for a different chapter, and that chapter is closing. People who can actually see you, who can recognize the frequency you now carry, are going to begin to appear. Their arrival will feel quieter than you expect. Trust them when they come. The third area is your sense of purpose. The gifts that were buried during your formation season are going to start surfacing. You will feel a returning lightness. Do not rush to monetize them. Do not announce them to the world before they have stabilized inside you. Clarity is coming in layers, not in blueprints. Trust the layers as they arrive. I want to tell you a brief story before we go further. A woman wrote to me late last year. She had stopped praying for almost 6 months because she was ashamed of a private failure she had not told anyone about. She was certain God had withdrawn from her completely. Months later, she received a letter from someone she had quietly helped many years before. In that letter, the person described, with eerie precision, the exact season she had been hiding in. She had thought she was unseen. She was not unseen. Heaven had been writing about her, through another person's hands, the entire time. There is a wisdom figure in the Hebrew scriptures whose name almost no one learns. His name was Mephibosheth. He was lame in both feet. He was the grandson of a king who had failed. He lived in a place called Lo Debar, which in Hebrew literally means no pasture, a place of nothing. King David sent for him, not because he had earned it, but because the king had made a covenant with his father long before he was born. And David said to him, Mephibosheth, do not be afraid. You will eat at the king's table for the rest of your life. Chosen one, that is the table you are being called to. You have not earned it. You do not need to earn it. The covenant was made long before you ever knew there was a covenant. Now, before I can show you the one obstacle inside you that has been blocking reception of all of this, and I will show you, because we are not leaving here tonight without you receiving, there is something I have to reveal first. It is the reason this kind of recognition rarely lands fully in the body of an adult. And what scientists have quietly found about why this happens is going to change the way you understand the last decade of your spiritual life. Chosen one, let me ground us, in plain words, before we go further. Here is why this season has felt the way it felt. There is a measurable shift in the way an adult brain processes recognition, both human and divine. Your spirit kept reaching. Your brain was no longer translating the signal the way it used to when you were younger. That was not your fault. That was not a failure of faith. That was biology meeting modern life. Here is what you have learned in this video tonight. The Father has been writing about you the whole time. The parts of you that you are most ashamed of are the parts He frames. The silence was formation, not abandonment. Your tears, if they have come during this video, are the seal of something real landing inside you. And here is who you are walking out of this video as. A chosen one who knows, not believes, that you are seen. Not seen generally, seen specifically, by name. Whatever you do or do not do in the next 24 hours, that fact is now sealed inside you. It is yours. So now, let me walk you through what supports the body in receiving what the spirit has already received. Chosen one, do you remember earlier when I paused to mention the genius song. This is the moment I owe you the full story of what it is, and why Dr. Lake built it specifically for the kind of soul I am speaking to tonight. Dr. Robert Lake spent more than 34 years studying a single frequency in the human brain. The frequency is called gamma. Researchers at MIT, at Princeton, and at several other leading research institutions have documented gamma as the brainwave that fires when the mind is in a state of recognition, intuition, and what older traditions called spiritual reception. Children carry it in abundance. By the time most people reach the age of 7, the world begins to dim it. Dr. Lake gave that dimming a name. He called it the decline effect. The schools, the screens, the constant noise, the survival mode that modern life forces a brain into, all conspire to flatten the very frequency at which your soul is meant to hear the Father. The genius song is the tool he built to reactivate it. 7 minutes a day, headphones, eyes closed, no meditation required. The audio carries something called brain entrainment, which gently guides your brain back to the gamma state it was born holding. Chosen one, you were not born with the noise you carry now. Gamma was your inheritance. The world dimmed it. The Father has been waiting for you to come back to the frequency at which his voice lands inside you and not just around you. A story I want to share with you. A woman, 38 years old, had spent years walking through meditation, through yoga, through retreat after retreat, looking for the kind of spiritual connection she could not quite name. Nothing landed fully. She bought it with what she described as nothing left to lose. 2 weeks in, she described the change in one word: synchronicities. The world began speaking back to her in a language she finally understood. Out of more than 18,000 chosen ones who have walked this same path, less than 4% have asked for their money back, which means the rest of them stayed. I know what you are wondering. You are wondering if this is going to work for you specifically. You are wondering if $39 is too much, or whether something that costs that little can be real. So let me walk you through it gently. If you were to try anything close to what this audio does, the traditional path looks something like this. A meditation app runs you about $15 a month, forever. An online mindfulness course runs somewhere between $100 and $200 and does not target gamma at all. A weekend retreat is $400 to $800. A single therapy session is around $150. A professional biofeedback session in a clinic, which gets closer to what gamma reactivation actually requires, runs about $300 per session, and you need many of them. None of those options target gamma specifically. None of them are 7 minutes a day. The original price of the Genius Song was $49, because Dr. Lake's mission has always been to reach the chosen ones who actually need this. He reduced it to $39 for viewers of this video, not because it is a sale, because that is who he built it for. When you receive it, you also receive 4 bonuses with it. A track designed for children, a book that became the foundation of a famous film about the power of belief, a guided visualization across 4 life areas, and an infographic of the 5 daily habits of people who keep gamma activated long-term. The total value of those bonuses alone is $80, given to you alongside the song. And here is the part that matters most. If, within 90 days, this is not for you, you write 1 email and you receive a full refund, and you keep all $80 in bonuses. That is not a sales tactic. That is Dr. Lake's apology in advance for any time you might have invested. The only thing you risk is not trying. The frequency does not stay activated by reading about it. The window for reception is now. Before you search anywhere else for this, I have to mention one thing. The link below is the only verified path. Imitations exist out there. The authentic version is what Dr. Lake released, and it is in the description and pinned comment below. If your spirit confirms, the door is there. Investigate only if you feel led. Either choice is honored. Now, chosen one, I owe you the obstacle. The one thing inside you that has been intercepting the Father's voice for most of your adult life. It has a quiet name. The name is, I must earn the love I am asking for. You did not invent that belief. It was taught to you. By schools that graded you. By systems that ranked you. By relationships that loved you on a sliding scale. Sometimes by faith communities that meant well but accidentally taught you that God's posture toward you depends on how well you are performing this week. Chosen one, hear me carefully. You cannot earn the love you already have. That is the obstacle in one sentence. You have been trying to earn what was given to you before you took your first breath. And every time the Father has tried to whisper, I am proud of you, that old voice inside you has translated it into, you are not enough. Yet, try harder. Tonight, you release it. Not by fighting it, not by arguing with the voice, by doing something stranger and more powerful. You speak the truth back into your own body. Say it now, quietly, if you are in a place where you can speak, or in your spirit, if you are not. I cannot earn the love I already have. Say it one more time. I cannot earn the love I already have. What you thought was withdrawal was witness. What you thought was punishment was preparation. What you thought was being forgotten was being framed. The obstacle is named. Now, the door opens. Chosen one, hear who you have always been. You are seen. The God whose name is El Roi sees you, and you can stop performing for an invisible audience. You are remembered. Heaven keeps no archive of failures, and you can stop rehearsing what was already forgiven the day it happened. You are beloved, not loved, despite who you are. Loved as you are, in this exact form, in this exact season. You can stop waiting to become a better version of yourself before you allow yourself to receive it. You are commissioned. What was formed in your silence has a purpose, and that purpose is unfolding even now in ways your eyes cannot yet see. You can trust the unfolding. You are home. The Father has been the home you have been searching for in every other place. You can rest and hear the Father say it one more time in his voice, not mine. You are mine. You have always been mine. Now, chosen one, before we close, I want you to do something with me, in your mind, exactly where you are. You do not need to move. You do not need to get up. You do not need anything you do not already have with you. In your mind, picture yourself sleeping. You do not know you are being watched. There is a doorway. The Father is standing in it. He is not waiting for you to wake up. He is watching you sleep. His face is not stern. His face is full of something you have rarely allowed yourself to imagine anyone feeling toward you. Delight. This is not your imagination. This is the daily reality you have been blind to. He has been in that doorway the entire time. Take one full breath. Let the room around you change. Let the weight of being unseen lift off your shoulders. He has been there the whole time. Chosen one, before we say the last words tonight, I want you to receive a moment of gratitude. Honor the road that brought you here. Honor every night you stayed when leaving would have been easier. Honor the version of you who kept walking through the silence long enough to be sitting right where you are sitting now, hearing what you have been waiting your whole life to hear. That version of you got you to this door. Thank that version. Now, the declaration. You are seen. You are remembered. You are beloved. And nothing you do or fail to do from this moment forward changes that fact. It is sealed before it is spoken. It is true before you believe it. The God whose name Hagar gave him in the wilderness is the same God who has been watching your wilderness. El Roi, the God who sees me. That is his name in your life now. He sees you. He sees specifically you, by name, with a fixed attention that has not wavered for one single breath of your existence. Release what you have been carrying. Lay down the performance. Lay down the apology stance you have been holding in the back of your spirit for so long you forgot it was there. Lay down the secret shame. You do not need to carry any of it into the rest of your life. The Father is not asking you to carry it. He never was. Take one final breath with me, the longest one yet. Let it out slowly. So it is, so it is, so it is. May this be sealed in you and stay sealed. May the recognition you receive tonight not leave when the noise of tomorrow tries to come for it. May the door at which the Father has been standing never close in your spirit again. Chosen one, you walked in carrying weight. You are walking out lighter. He is proud of you. He always was. If this message reached the place in you it was sent to reach, take one moment in the comments and write the words, "I am seen," so I know you received what was meant for you tonight. Until next time, chosen one, walk gently. You are not alone in that doorway.